Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to WBG episode 15. Oh man, let's there's a lot of things to talk about today, PlayStation related. We got some Xbox news, and it's good to talk about something through these crazy ass times that we're going through right now. But first off, let me introduce the panel. First off, we got my boy Sean. What is up, Sean, my UK brother? What's going on?
My brother, Darkman, what's going on?
Every week, huh? Every week is something else. Darkman this week.
Who remembers that movie, The Darkman?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I remember.
I remember the damn shit.
So at least you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Everything is cool. Been okay down here. Still off work. Just been really busy, to be honest. But family's good. Everybody's good. So let's go.
Okay, that sounds good, man. Sound good. R&B, brother, what's going on with you, man?
I've been doing good, man. All things considered, going on in my city, but staying alive. Might hit up a car dealership later on, in case how this thing goes,
Oh shit, man. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Things been crazy, man. Things been crazy. But Devin, hey, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, not a whole lot as far as Twitter and YouTube go, man. But I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Tsunami, you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just chilling, just kind of I won't say shock about stuff, but just kind of like it's weird how many things that we're dealing with all at once. It's just a weird time to be alive in America and Black. So, shows like this, we can kind of get away from things, definitely helps out with this.
Facts.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I actually thought about not doing the show. I said, no, I'm going to do it. This needs to talk.
We are not Sony. We are not Sony.
Hold on. Let me say that. But I say, you know what? Hey, what's up, chat? Noof Nukem, Shizno Elite, Cray Simmons, Mr. Kima, Stu Peas, Mr. Glass, JD, or what up, everybody? But yeah, man, you're right about that, Tsunami. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world, man. Not just America, this world. And 2020 is full of shit. But I want to introduce a special guest we have today, our boy Nick Banks. Nick Banks, you with us, Kids School Podcast, right? Playing the Xbox on Wednesday nights?
Yeah, man. What's going on, y'all? I'll be on Wednesdays on Planet Xbox with Smooth. You know what I mean? My man Corey, Dope Boy J, Chris Righteous, the hippo of the group, Okay. But man, I'm a big fan of WBG Green, though, and
appreciate it.
Me and Devin in game a couple times before, so yeah, I appreciate the invite, though.
Yeah, definitely.
We appreciate you. We appreciate real Xbox guys in the community. So definitely got to have you. I'm actually get like Hoy on, soon. But let me get the super chat before we start. Xavier Bay with the $2. Halo Infinite at launch is a game changer. Hey, I agree, especially if it's that deal, which I think is going to be that deal. I think it's going to be a great game. I think 343 can't afford to screw it up. So I really think the game is going to be epic.
And that's coming from a Stadia guy.
Yeah, it is.
That's
hey, man, but did he used to be an Xbox guy, though?
He
used to be an Xbox guy, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was me, Sue, and Neff, MM2K versus him. One of Z's show. It was a classic show.
Oh, okay.
Stadia versus Project X Cloud and all that shit.
True Witty said, "Dirt, I'm loving Forza Horizon 4." Hey man, that's a good game, bro. Definitely. Definitely good game.
Beautiful game.
The only reason why
is that
go on too. No, the only reason why he's loving that game because it's in the UK. Boom.
That's great.
Yeah, I agree, Noof. But so let's go ahead and get right to it, man. Let's get right to it. The first topic was going to be the PS5 event, our predictions, but obviously things changed earlier today. Sony just came out and said they're going to delay the event, for reasons. It's a lot of more important shit going on in this world right now than that. So me, I'm like, oh, cool, Sony, like like kudos to you, man, and I appreciate them doing it. I appreciate them, showing that they're paying attention to what's going on in the world. I don't think it's just time for fanboy shit on both sides. I saw some PlayStation people say some crazy shit to Sony, official Sony Twitter, some racist shit. I seen some Xbox guys say something. So, but me personally, I'm just like, look, man, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, So I want to ask the panel, and let me go to Nick first, man, since you're the guest, brother. So what you think about Sony not cancel, let me rephrase that, postponing the PS5 event?
Oh man, like, first of all, man, I want to say, like, I understand, like, why, they say they want more important voices to be heard, something like that. That was their quote. I mean, you can't do nothing but agree with it. Like, I mean, it could be like one, at first I was like, yo, like, this is not even outside. But then I was thinking about it, like, yeah, it'd be the wrong time to like talk about PS5 games when everybody talking about, rioting and, protesting, and a lot of voices want to be heard right now. They probably don't want to hear about a game,
Yeah. Great. And let me get this right quick. Let me get the super chat from Xavier Bay with the $2. Twitter handle is Stadia Series X. That's right. I knew you was an Xbox guy. I remember he was an Xbox guy. But
we're gonna bring him back. It's just Moss, not MM2K. He does that magic, that black magic shit, and it's confused his mind. So he's become a Stadia fanatic. That's what's happened.
Yeah. So yeah, man. But it's a crazy time out there, man. And like gaming helps, like take your mind off of things, to be honest. But at the same time, it's it could wait a week. My mama calling me and shit.
Yeah,
it could wait a week. Like this whole thing with George Floyd and everything, man. The shit is crazy, man. And me being a 43-year-old black man living in the suburban area, I live in the suburbs of Detroit. There's a lot of shit that happened to me I don't really talk about. Now, I ain't never, obviously, nothing as bad as some of these other brothers and sisters out here in this world. And, it's some crazy shit, man. And it's good to see the world coming together, because this shit is long overdue. And this shit been happening for years, y'all. We see these old videos, these old, clips, these old pictures of black people being mistreated back in the day. It's same shit, man. Same shit. So, yeah, I think Sony made the right decision. Just my opinion. Let me get these super chats from True Witty with the $2. I'm in the US and I'm addicted to Eliminated. Forza Horizon 4. Oh, okay, cool. True.
Yeah, that's doing fire.
Is like you call him Nick, like hippo. Not pony.
Oh shit.
He said hippos. Yeah, he's a PlayStation guy, but his PlayStation got, damage is down for the count right now. And he had an Xbox, so he got Game Pass, and he's loving it. So, excuse me. Let me go to none of your business with the $2. Stay safe, brethren. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate
I have a baby sister.
Absolutely.
I have a baby sister, that is.
Huh?
I have a baby sister.
Say what?
What the hell are you talking about?
None of your business.
Oh, okay. Oh, you say
that's a girl.
That's a girl?
Yeah, that's our baby sister. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's she. I've seen her on Zisha
Well, thank you for the $2. But anyway, anybody else got anything to say about this? Tsunami Shine?
Kind of, not really.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Kind of
about the about the postponement. I mean, you got
shut the dog up.
Yo, Sue, where the fuck are you? Are you outside or something?
Oh no, I was. I just got back in the house, so I'm good.
Swampy, that's where he's at.
I'm gonna need a deal out there.
Hey man, big Kahuna in the chat, Nick.
But no, honestly, it's. I'm of the mind.
I see.
I'm looking at older like comedic acts or like talk shows, or whatever. Mm-hmm. When they were like their job, it's harder when things are harder outside because their point is entertainment. When something goes wrong, people go to them, to get their minds away from it because they don't want to think about violence all day, every day. Because of course, it's not the most important thing. It's entertainment, of course. But if we're understanding that entertainment is to take your mind off of something, I don't understand why they feel like they need to not do that. because I don't understand how them not showing it a week later is going to change anything. Now, granted, if something gets worse a week later, then you can look at it however you want to. But me seeing it as a lane of entertainment, your job is to take people's mind off the hard things going on in life. I don't see how not doing that's going to help anything.
Yeah,
I honestly feel on some like regular person stuff. I felt like if they had shown something, people would have been watching it. Like they would have been stopped writing for a little bit, and watched it or something like that. And then like I don't want to be like whatever, but like I was reading just the comments under the post, and it was like last November the government in Iran slaughtered 1,500 protesters. Did you care? What about the pedestrians in Hong Kong and other countries? The answer is no. So why U.S.? Because it's about money. You don't give a damn about people's voice. That's what somebody said. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, there's been protests around the world, from many countries. Mm-hmm. So why is it only a problem when, America's protesting? So I just thought that was something to think about.
A lot of corporations were getting called out on Twitter for caring about racism, but then people like with Disney pointed out you didn't care about racism when you were taking your black characters off the posters in China. You're like, oh shit.
Oh, man.
They said that?
Dang. Yeah, they were calling out Disney because they would in China when they saw whatever Star Wars, like the first one, when had the black character Finn, they took them off the posters in China because China doesn't have issues with other races living in their country, so they did that to appeal to China's markets and said I didn't care about that back then, and people were like, oh shit. So that's like really when corporations try to do something like to appease, they really end up putting a foot in their mouth. So that's why I really don't really care about this
because it shows kind of the. It's like if you try to be good now, then what were you trying to do before? So it's kind of like hypocrisy. Like even if it's a good message, it still comes off as well. Where were you then? Type situation.
Let me get the super chat right quick. Damn, Xavier, come on, man, you paid $2 for this, brother. With the $2, come on. Sony first, Rona, not Floyd. Come on, man. Come on, Xavier. You better than that, man. You better than that, bro. I read it because you paid, but come on, you better than that, bro.
You know what gets me, Dirt? Mm-hmm. The media always trying to paint the bad fucking picture on everybody, especially over here in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. But they're not broadcasting how many people are out here trying to clean up the streets and act peaceful.
Yeah. Oh, of course, man. Like negativity sells, of course, man. They want the negative shit. Emmanuel A with the $2. Glad Sony spoke up, but an excuse to delay to 2021. No, I don't think not. I think they still gonna have a show within the next couple of weeks. Just they just delayed it. Now.
I'll be interested to see what happens if it gets worse next week.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't predict anything. I don't think it's going to get worse. Now, if some shit happen where those cops get off,
I don't know, man.
If those people get off,
if that court case goes down,
that's what I'm saying. If those cops get off,
no, only one of them getting charged.
See, all of them should be charged because it was a video showing all four.
Fired, I think, but only one of them getting charged.
Yeah,
crazy. As of now, but they calling for all of them to be charged. That's why they say they still doing what they doing, but
because what happens there is you start with these bigger cities, the bigger populations, and then it leaks down to smaller cities like mine. My city is small. We have 120,000 people in this bitch. They having a protest. So this is a trickle down effect. So it doesn't have to be just the Atlantas and the big black metropolistic type areas. It's trickling down to smaller areas. So that's why I said it could get worse because if a nigga gets shot in Hartford, then there's gonna be a problem too.
You know what I was thinking? Even though it was messed up, what if the riots are so long that it goes right up to we can loot a PS5 or Xbox Series X?
You're wilding. Calm down.
I don't think it'd be that long, but I was thinking, like, oh boy.
Nah, nobody's riding for a whole half a year.
It
might be a different issue. It was gonna be, trust me, 2020 is gonna be a different issue next month, and then the month after that.
And
who knows? Maybe you come full circle.
2020 been wild, man. 2020 been one of those years. Like you just hoping this be over with, and we think back, man. 2020 was messed up, y'all. I mean, y'all remember 2020? I just can't wait to get out of this shit.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah. 2020 is like the ending of Game of Thrones book.
It's crazy, man.
It'll be the worst year economically. I tell you that. Like it's gonna take a while to recover from this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because like like my wife, hours got cut. I know some people that lost their jobs. It's crazy, man. But I hope everything works itself out, man. So, but it's funny when the news came out today that Sony was postponing the show. I was in the middle of doing the video, and my video was going to be about the PS5 event, and I was talking about should us Xbox guys be, the diehard Xbox guys that's involved in the console war? Should we be nervous? Right. So that's what I was going to talk about. Should we be nervous for the PS5 reveal show? And I was saying it depends. It depends on if you're invested in the console war or if you're just a regular gamer, you shouldn't be nervous. You should be excited about the show. So I want to ask you guys that question. Now, I know Tsunami, Devin, maybe a little bit of Shine and R&B in there. I don't know about you, Nick, but
well, damn.
Tsunami, Devin, those niggas are really involved in console war. You know what I'm saying? Tsunami being arguments on Z Channel about the console war, going at it with J Dub and everybody else. So I'm going to ask you guys first, Devin and Tsunami. Ask you two guys first. Well, actually, Shine too, because Shine is involved in console war. Now I think about it.
Oh yeah.
Should us Xbox guys be nervous about the PlayStation show whenever they have the show now? Because I'm assuming the show is going to be pretty good. They ain't had no shows in 2 years. They ain't show shit gaming related. Well, as far as games, actual games, in 2 years. So I'm assuming they're going to have some good shit to show. Tsunami, should us diehard Xbox guys be nervous about Sony's show?
Okay, so what happens when you have big expectations, right? If you fall short by a little bit, it can be a good show. But if it's not greatness, that can be disappointing to them. Okay. Mm-hmm. So as far as on our side, we have to just worry about the fans because we already know the system is what the system is. And then also the fact that Phil came out and he said he felt good about when they showed the specs and they gave details on the PS5. He said they felt good about decisions they made when making the Series X. Mm-hmm. So as far as system wise, I think we'll be fine. If they have any games, if anything, there's to worry about is the third party stuff because I don't think they'll be ready for first party games anytime soon. But like if they have like a big deal with somebody or an acquisition or something like that, then that can be a little scary. But as far as Xbox guys should be scared, I don't think so because we still got our show.
I ain't say scared. I said nervous. Is the difference? Now nervous, I'm not talking about hardware. I'm not talking about hardware. I'm talking about the games. Most definitely just the games. Now I'm asking this question because, like me personally, y'all know I dabbled in the console war a little bit, not as much as some other guys, but sometimes it's like inevitable, right? But I'm like this. Why I'm asking this question isn't because of gamers. It's because of us being on Twitter and we happen to see this shit every day. Oh God, dog, these niggas talking shit again. These niggas won't shut up. So if they have a great show, that's why I'm asking. It's a little fun topic. Should we be nervous? You know what I'm saying? Devin, now you're a brother that be talking shit about PlayStation guys like, fuck y'all, So what do you think about that question? Hold on, wait. Before you answer, let me get this super chat right quick. From JD with the $5. Sony just want to make sure their event is the talk of the town, not overshadowed by anything. Yes. This is a business move. Simple.
Yep.
I hear you, JD. I mean, I hear you. Thank you for the $5, brother. Appreciate it.
It can look like that, Yeah. You can look at it like that.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same reason why they kind of were trying to postpone Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2. They were claiming the game was ready. A week later, the game ready.
Yeah, the game was ready. Now that's true. That's true. They did postpone that shit. And the leaks came out. Oh, you know what? Here, the game's ready. So that's true.
So I don't believe a lot of shit that Sony puts out there. They're the spin masters. They're like the ultimate Jada. They're finessers, and they get away with bullshit and are condoned for anything they do. So like, I don't know. I for them, it's a smart decision. But like the tweet that I just read said, they only cared about America because America is probably their biggest, customers next to UK. But when it happens in Hong Kong, nothing. So I don't know.
All right, so Sean, so what you? I mean not Sean, Devin. So what you think about it, man?
I don't really give a fuck what they show because it's not going to interest me in the slightest. That's not what I'm going for.
Okay. See, that's fair. Because you Xbox, you team Xbox, you don't give a shit, right?
Really don't.
Devin, I don't give a shit. Damn them.
Come on, Devin, talk that shit, Devin. Put some bass in that voice.
He said, what the price of tea in China costs matter to me.
Right, I don't give a shit. Hey, Nick, so what you think, man? Like, so should diehard Xbox guys that's invested in the console war, should we be nervous about Sony's upcoming show?
Nah, man, not really. I mean, if you asking a fanboy, I guess. I guess they would be, because then they gotta hear all this shit from all these hippos,
Right?
That's so
Look at the grass and all this shit. You know what I mean?
For gaming, I want to be excited, but for fans, like fanboys, I hate them. So no, that's the part I'm not excited about.
Not to cut you off, but Magnetic Storm 25. That's actually a really smart comment. Wasn't a Sega announcement supposed to happen on the 4th to wonder what's going to happen with that? That actually makes a lot of sense because they didn't say anything about postponing that. It's a fantasy article, so that's still coming out on the 4th then.
Yeah, I believe that's an article.
What's up, Snow Bunny, baby? Yeah, that's a good question.
Dropping, yeah. No, when it comes to this event, it's postponed now, but this event, should you be nervous if you're we the fanboys, we in the the social media, the DMs, we see all this shit day in, day out. If someone, like I said, if this show was gonna go ahead this week, even if you had a dog shit show, they just needed to show one game. If it was a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or Spider-Man 2, that would have been it. As long as it looked amazing, the rest of the show could be dog shit. As long as they show one next generation game, they would have been happy. It would have been a shit show on Twitter, straight up. Like we would have had it. They probably would have shown the PlayStation 5 as well. They would have been hyped for that. Look at it; it looks better than the Xbox Series
I doubt
X.
it.
But I'm saying if they were gonna show it, they would have been hyped for that. They would have been hyped for like a Spider-Man 2 or Horizon Zero Dawn 2 as well. So it would have been a shit show for that week anyway.
Well, like granted, they should be. My bad, but go on.
Yeah, but like I said, the show's been postponed now, and we'll wait maybe a week after, maybe another week or so. They might just give it a new date, and we can go from there.
Yeah. See, I'm like Tsunami when he said that, I can't stand the PlayStation fanboys. I enjoy the PlayStation, but the fanboys, motherfuckers, man, it's kind of like
relentless.
You know what? It's like, come on, man. Like some of the shit they be saying. Now, I'm not saying all Xbox guys is perfect. I'm not saying that either, because people are like,
bad season. Most of the bad seasons are gone now.
Right.
They're slowly going over.
Like I like do an Xbox video, and I be talking about opponents. Guys be like, Dirt, why you don't call out the Xbox guys, Dirt? Huh? Why you won't do that? It's a pro Xbox channel. I know there's Xbox guys that's assholes too, but shit, it's a pro Xbox channel. Deal with it. JD with the $5. I just need both of these consoles to come out already. Plus, did y'all see the supposed leak image of the PS5? Looks like a fat VCR. Yeah, I did see that.
They said that it's going to be twice the size as the Pro.
But not Dirt from like a newly initiated Xbox. As a gamer, no, I'm not worried because I hopefully want to see some new games. But as an Xbox gamer, again, no, because personally, if they already said the show's an hour long, I know good full and well they're not going to show an hour worth of games for one. But two, if it were, we know it's going to be more third party because they already had that big magazine blowout from the PlayStation magazine.
Yeah, it was third party. Yeah, it was all third party except for
third party. It was all third party.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're going to do the same thing they do before. They're going to get by on showing the console because people haven't seen it, so they're going to be hyped for that. And
they're not going to show that till August, I think.
Say what?
Well, that's the rumor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
I don't think they get this far without showing it though, unless they really have some problems with what it looks like. Personally, but yeah, they're going to show the console. They're probably going to get into a few bit of specs, and the rest is going to be about games or deals. Probably going to see like a few trailers for like some of the first party, which no one's going to complain about gameplay for some strange reason, and the rest is going to be third party. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
But it still can be a great show though. Like majority of gamers, they play multiplats, no matter what people say. Multiplats are king. Like,
well, they need to keep that same energy then.
Yeah, they need, but they won't, innit? Because they will come up and say, look, they did a better show. It was more professional. There was no Aaron Cheeseburger with that dodgy camera. You know all that bullshit.
Even though they rip off Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what they come on say. But this nervous. It's just gonna be a headache. That's all it is. That when it comes to the DMs or on Twitter, if Sony knocks it out of the park with the show, it's just gonna be a headache for that week.
And let me say this:
are we gonna be able to hear them this time?
Who you talking about?
At this presentation, are they going to talk like this?
Oh yeah, probably. Well, I don't know if like Mark Cerny is the host. Probably not.
I doubt it.
Oh, God. I don't know about that one, Dirt.
But I want to say that something I've done recently in the DMs and on Twitter. I always mute certain people. I don't really block people, but I mute a lot of people. But there's been a couple of DMs. I haven't left them yet because I'm waiting to see Xbox show before I leave to see these guys' reaction. But, yeah, I just want to see their reaction, you know what I'm saying, before I leave these DMs.
Yes,
but I just don't fucking go into them DMs. It makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, if you stay away from social media when news is coming out, you get a much happier life.
Man, yeah, I'm really just noticing that. And I'm an older guy, and I really didn't realize, just ignore all this shit. And this is so much better, man. So trust me, guys, if you guys tired of these ponies, or if there's some ponies in here tired of Xbox guys, ignore all them motherfuckers. Trust me, it'll make your life a lot easier. Let me get this super chat from C Flag D Train with the $2. I think Sony may be a little gun shy, afraid of the SX. Ooh. Hey, that's it.
Well, that's to be honest. We know Sony is not stranger to taking things that are going on in the world and using it to delay stuff. Let's just put it out there. For whatever reason, if they're slow on the take or something, or they need more time, they'll say, you know what, stuff's not looking good. We'll hold it back for one reason or another.
Yeah. So, the real Cullio said, "How about LC Violet and Santi's game and Twitter spat?" I saw that.
Yo, that guy. I told you, didn't it? You guys, he unfollowed me.
Woo! Oh, he's been unfollowing me.
He been unfollowing me too.
Salty unfollowed me, and I never talked to him. But he followed he unfollowed every Xbot that he used to follow.
Yeah, Devin, you deserve it though. Nah, it's fine anyway. But the guy just no idea why he unfollowed me.
Shit.
Hey, I unfollowed him back.
Oh, you say what?
Look at Wraith the Emperor's comment.
Wraith the Emperor.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Beat the cats over nigga of the week. Oh, look at this shit. Yeah.
You're right. We got you. We got you.
Oh man. Post up. What's up, Post up? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Post up with the $2 checking in to say what's up to you guys. Stay safe. YouTube post. I know, like say they doing their thing.
You gotta give our brother Post, yeah. He's been putting in the work.
Hey, you from Chi-Town? Hey, look, Post. I told you, man. My ex-wife is from Chi-Town. You see it, smack the shit out of her, man. You know what I'm saying?
That shit crazy in Chicago. They broke into a zoo and released the animals. Post that hippos was running down the street.
Yeah, that's
what the hippos or was it hippos?
It's probably both. It was probably both.
True Witty with the $2. Sony will dominate. Be very afraid. Certainly told you. Listen, man, they are going to win, and they're going to have more sales next generation. They always have more sales worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't no big thing, man.
Hey, listen, Honda Civics outsell Benzes, but what does that mean?
Right. I love that analogy. Damn, I love that analogy. Honda Civics outsell Benzes. I love that analogy, by the way.
All I know is Mark said sending pictures of your ears. That's all I remember.
You know what's funny that I saw? I think it was either yesterday or whatever. Was they're spinning the narrative about like the PlayStation's games. They said, "Oh, every PS4 game has to run on a PS5." It's not the same thing as cross-gen.
That's a topic.
It is.
Okay, I see it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's definitely a topic.
All right.
We're definitely gonna get into it. But let me say this before we get into it. Noob Nukem said my timeline improved a lot after I stopped following crap. I stopped following crap. Was what I know he meant to say.
Oh shit, they were boys. They were boys.
Man, Noob Nukem used to make crap in the show pretty good, man. And so okay, so since you brought it up, Tsunami.
Yeah, so I was watching IGN like Daily Fix with the the cute chick. And they're talking about, PlayStation mandates that if the game is coming out past a certain date, it has to run on the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's not a cross-gen game. And then later said, Xbox games will have no exclusives because they're doing cross-gen for at least a year or two. And I'm like, it's not the same goddamn thing.
Well, hold on. No, hold on. What PlayStation is saying, they're saying that a PS4 game has to run on the PlayStation 5, so that's really back compat, right?
So, but what dictates Halo? What is Halo a Xbox One game or is Xbox Series X game?
Right. I think it's an Xbox One.
I mean, it's both, really.
It's kind of both. It's both. So
that's my point. It's an Xbox One game that runs on an Xbox Series X. It's the same goddamn thing, but you're saying it different.
So what I like, this is how I took it. Sony's saying the last few games of the PS4 will be backwards compatible. That's how I took it. You know, like for starting from like July something. I think those games will all be backwards compatible with the PS5.
I don't think so, Dirt. I think they're gonna make you pay for it again.
You think so? No, they can't do that, man. They would be fucked.
Of course they can. Well, they did it already.
Which game?
Okay, let me see where's it. Okay, Sony is telling PS4 devs beginning July 13th, any new title submitted for certification must also work on PS5. July 13th is a month away, pretty much.
When does The Last of Us come out?
June something.
Okay.
June 17
but
or 19.
That's a big game. That's going to be backwards compatible. But I took it as they saying everything from like July 13th to launch of the PS5 must be backwards compatible. That's what I took. Now I take that, if that's the only backwards compatible games, that ain't gonna be shit.
So that's what they said. Like Mark Cerny when he did his presentation, he said the top 100 games. So does you got the ponies out there copying for Final Fantasy? Is that going to be BC when it comes to the PS5 launch?
That's a good question,
and that's a big game. Don't come at me. These motherfuckers best not come at me and say that's not a big game. They've been copying for that game since it's come out.
Yeah, since before it came out. Since what year they show it? 2016, 15, something.
See the thing,
first time, during the PS3 era or when they revived it.
Are you talking about the one that came out this year, right?
No. But they've been since they've shown it. They've been capping for.
Oh yeah, that was 2015. Yeah, they've been capping for 5 years. Yeah. So they
go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead, bro.
Now, you know why this is stupid? Because we're literally arguing over terms. Microsoft, out of their own mouth, said you're not going to see exclusive first-party title for maybe 1 to 2 years. People took that and ran with it to say they're not going to have any exclusive titles when it comes out. But then you see third-party deals they're making that are exclusive that will be out in the first 2 years. The Medium, the Ascent, the other one, Scorn. Those are 3 already, are exclusive to the Xbox Series X.
Right.
But then they somehow ignore that and say the Xbox is not going to have games for the first 2 years. But then when PlayStation comes back and says, you know what? Some of your PS4 games, matter of fact, we're trying to work as many as possible because they had to backtrack. Remember, first they said 100. Then when everybody blew up on them, they said, no, we actually meant 1,000. Those will work on a PS5 as well. So somehow backwards compatibility across the Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, all working on Xbox Series X is bad. But when PlayStation try to peddles it out with 100 titles, somehow that makes it good or not a big deal. It makes so damn sense.
That goes to what my boy Nick said, hippos, right?
Hippo, I was going to say, that's that hippo logic, man. And, I just want to say one thing about this, man. And I hear people, I don't have a problem with people saying that, but I do have a problem when they say, well, they focus mainly on backwards compatibility as if that's the main event, and they know it's not because they already confirmed in July it will be first party event focused on first party. So how would they come to a conclusion where this is the main focal of the console? Now that's a little bit disingenuous. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey man, like this is how I feel about backwards compatibility. I do use it occasionally.
Right.
Like I always go to church. When I go to church, like my pastor, every time, like we call the people to the church, like join the church. He say it's better to have Jesus and not need him than to need him and not have him.
They got biblical on them.
That's a gun reference. Gosh.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use it. However.
It makes no sense why everybody's arguing over a feature. This is
but that's my point. That's my point. Just like Nick said, Xbox is going to have first party games. New ones. They didn't buy 8 studios for nothing. So my point is, having backwards compatibility is a good bonus. That's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? That's a bonus, though. It's like if you want to use it, it's there for you. If you don't, you don't want to.
But the problem there is because of Sony's mismanaging and miscommunication, the ponies are not talking out both sides of their mouth. At one point, backwards compatibility doesn't mean anything until you look at that IGN poll where it's the most thing everybody wants. But on the other side,
by a large amount.
Yeah. But on the other side, it's not that big a deal. Like you can't. You see the opponents right now in the straight. They're in the stress right now because they don't know what talking points to go with.
Yeah, like R&B is whatever fits the narrative. You know, first it was thousands of games, then it's 100 PlayStation hit games, and it keeps going back and forward. And I think Post were talking about this, and there he goes. When it comes to the PlayStation, I can hear that. Who's got echo?
Probably tsunami ass.
Oh, shit.
My echo?
I was echoing. I can hear someone.
Oh,
it's okay now. Like I said, when it comes to this backwards compatibility with the PlayStation, I believe they were saying the developers have to do the work. But when it comes to the Microsoft, when it comes to the Xbox, they got a team that does the work, so they don't need to worry about it. And I think that's the problem. That's why Xbox has come and said we will have 1,000 of DC games ready when you get your new Series X. And with PlayStation, they have said something similar, but in time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So this is the poll that R&B and Tsunami is talking about. Yeah, 42% said. Well, let me ask a question first. What PS5 feature are IGN readers most excited for? 42% said backwards compatibility. 23% said faster loading times, and 12% said none. Ain't that a bitch?
That's crazy. That none.
So yeah, I mean.
None.
Hey, more people care about more people care about nothing than ray tracing. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
That's crazy. And let me get these.
It's because people haven't seen it yet. That's what it is.
Yo, let me get these super chats real quick. Hey, Xavier Bay with the $2. You
like
call it hippologic. I call it schizoponia.
Schizophrenia.
Rain G4. What's up, Rain G4, my man? Question. If a riot broke out during the release of new consoles, will you guys snatch a couple up? If so, will you feel guilty?
Oh, shit.
I would feel guilty, man. I would. I would feel guilty.
I buy my PS5 for low on the street though.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! You'll be fine if you went out trying to get a console because you don't need to wear a mask.
Ain't that a bitch? You know what?
God damn!
Don't go to sleep, nigga. Don't go to sleep. Oh man. So all right. So yeah, the backwards compatibility thing. So Xbox with the whole backwards compatibility thing. They came out with some nice info last Thursday about their backwards compatibility program. Mm-hmm. They said all games run at peak performance automatically add HDR support, even 360 games. Now, listen, y'all, this is some dope shit.
An OG as well.
Quick Resume works with backwards compatibility titles. Double the frame rate of select titles. Now, that doesn't mean all of the backwards compatibility games will double the frame rate, but I'm assuming the ones with the
I would love to see
unlock. And what the hell is that shit?
Oh,
why would they do that to you, Dirt?
Why would they do that to me, man? What is this shit?
That, yo?
Hold on, wait a minute. Who would do this shit to me, man?
Damn, son.
I ain't that damn dark, man. Hey, Devin, did you do that shit to me, man? No, so
no, like when it comes to when you were talking about the performance that it comes on a hardware base, like games could double the frame. Imagine playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in 60 frames, higher settings in 4K. Star Wars, Sekiro. So a lot of people say when you play a game like Sekiro in 60 frames is a totally different game.
Yeah,
when you play in 30 frames, and I wouldn't mind going back to that, complete it. If it's a different experience, I'd love to go back to them type of games.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because certain games, I guess, based on their engine, some games are tied the game speed to their clock speed. Mm-hmm. So, if you speed up the frames, the game is sped up also. So those type of games wouldn't be beneficial because, the game will be running 60 frames, but also be running double the speed also. So they would have to figure a way to work around that, and they probably have some kind of AI, thing that can like interpolate the frames better or something like that. But the part also that's interesting is the mandate for PS5 games on PS4 games that are coming out on PS5. They didn't say they have to be enhanced; they just have to exist. They just have to be able to run on it. They didn't say it has to be bumped up in resolution or textures or all that kind of stuff. They just said it has to be able to run on it. So I think it's funny that not all backwards compatibility is equal, because if we're getting HDR on our backwards compatible, we're getting better frame rates and textures and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
I would love to see, like, I know people say it's an old game, but when it comes to this like generation, we never had a boxing game. And Fight Night Champion, obviously, I would call that an Xbox One exclusive when it comes to this generation, because it's only available on that. And I love to see double the frames, HDR, and all that shit.
Yeah. See, but that's some crazy shit though. They said games now. I don't know if they said all like games will make HDR. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they say all games will have HDR, but just imagine, like, what kind of technology is that they could add HDR to games that was around when HDR didn't exist?
Did you see the video? Artificial intelligence they were applying to the game system.
Well, what they do, they said they apply like almost like a filter based on a game, based on a similar game that's already been mastered in HDR. They take the colors and intensities and similar looking games and apply that kind of almost filter to the game to implement HDR. So they're basically like smartly like doing it in hindsight. So if this game has these colors and this kind of brightness, and this game we already know has HDR and is built in, we're gonna kind of try to mimic that onto this game. And so basically, I think it's a per game basis, and I think the AI learns, the color spectrum and stuff like that, and then applies it.
Yeah, like when they were doing the Austin Evans and Digital Foundry breakdowns, they were talking about the HDR like on Fusion Frenzy. Like, and they were amazed, like, what, even with Halo 5, I believe that doesn't have HDR as well, which it will have when it comes to the Series X.
Right.
So seeing this technology, and the biggest thing with this it doesn't hit the performance. It doesn't affect the performance at all.
Right. See, that's dope. So like a game with unlocked frame rate, those are the ones that could possibly go up to 120, or I mean, like, which ones will possibly go up to 120? Maybe a sports game or a racing game, you think?
Like, you can get your football games, you can get your Forza games, racing games.
Hey, Derek, can I share my screen and show you what Sean was talking about with the HDR?
Yeah, of course.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, that's some cool shit, man. I mean,
I think any game that already is running at 60 will be able to do 120.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, games like that, they'll push to 120.
All right, so
I'll show you something. Right there? Yep.
See, on the left is more of like a thermal image, and on the right, the actual gameplay video.
Yeah,
it's like an overlay of that's how they're applying HDR to something that doesn't have
screen.
Yeah,
that's it. That's sweet, man.
Like, I believe they use Gears 5 or something to do the HDR. I'm all right about that, R&B.
This one in particular is Halo. I think this is Halo 5.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying like they implemented the HDR. They're using the HDR technique. I think they used it from Gears 5.
I think so.
They did
different per game. It's different per game.
Ray tracing for Gears 5, I believe. They did ray tracing for Gears 5. That's ray tracing.
4K 60 and pick something else.
No, I'm saying they took the HDR, they learned it from the Gears 5, and they applied it to these other games.
Well, not all of them. It's different per game, because certain darker games can't use Gears, because Gears, can be bright. So I think
Gears
it's just,
does be dark as well when you're in the tunnel.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, they're not just one game, copy and paste. It's gonna be game per game.
Yeah, multiple games. Yeah, but I think Gears was one of the big ones.
Hey man, my boy Freddie Fox in the chat being messy, man. He said The Last of Us 2 was only 1440p, 30 frames per second. Gears 5 at its lowest is 1584, 60. Yeah, you spitting facts.
No, I'll tell you straight. Gears 5, when it comes to the campaign at 60 frames, it was amazing.
HDR and HDR. Like,
didn't
they say that was the best implementation of HDR ever? It's like, who said that?
Yeah, something like. Yeah, I think there's a foundry said that.
Yeah.
But yo, This is why ponies should just stick just talking about the games by themselves because they want to go into power, they want to go into visuals, and watch out. The Xbox X is more powerful. They get smacked in the face with that. The games don't run at 4K 60. They get smacked in the face with that, so they have to run to how the games look. Yeah. It's the same argument every single time.
Hey, smart guy. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think The Last of Us 2 will probably their facial animations will look better. The faces. But Gears 5, Gears 5 does look good though. You can't say it doesn't look good.
No, Spartan got saying why would they hit performance? That was on the Xbox blog. They were talking about it.
Yeah. Fuse and Frenzy, man. I still be playing that shit. Well, not just me, like me and my kids be playing.
I must start playing that with my nieces.
Man, hey, my kids still love that shit, and I'm
gonna get them off. I'm gonna get them off the Switch.
Get them off that shit.
Does anybody remember
get them on the Xbox?
Comp USA?
Sorry, what was that?
Like the store?
Here in America, it was a old PC store. It sold PC parts back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
My first ever memories of playing an original Xbox. Yeah, my first ever memories playing an Xbox was walking in there. They had an Xbox on the play, and the first game they had uploaded was Fusion Frenzy. That shit was fun.
Hey,
mine was Circuit City.
Circuit City. Hey man, Circuit City gave me a credit card when I was young. I was like 21. I thought, boy, I spent that little $700 in one day, maxed that bitch out instantly. Credit was fucked up real bad. Flack with the $2. Pony say the PS5 is true generational leap. SS is not. Well, that's how it is. Flack, you know how it is. Like my boy Nick say, hippos. I'm gonna take that shit from you.
Yo, Nick, what's your take on this like HDR and the performance? What they're gonna do with like your current games, and it will play better on the Series X from a hardware.
Oh man, I actually like playing backwards compatible games. So that's hot. Like, to be honest with you.
One game would you like to see like HDR, double frame, better resolution? Like one of them games would you like to see if it does happen?
I tell you one game that I do want. Like I just tried to play Alan Wake, and that game. That joint can rough. Use some like frame pacing or something. Yeah. That joint is awful. But I just want to say about why they dropped it. I think that people are upset about that too, man. Like that's why they saying that they don't care about it. You know what I mean? Like they dropped it. They dropped a Twitter post when they had this little Last of Us 2, tried to get that momentum, hyping up and everything. Now we got the hippos talking about they don't care about backwards compatibility. So it was a smart marketing move. So I don't know who's behind the marketing now, but they starting to get it,
Yeah. Let me get this super chat from True Witty with the $5. So I want to ask, when next gen comes out and Xbox Series X version don't look as good as PS5, are we going to put Microsoft feet to the fire or call media bias? Well, if that happens, yes, we have to call it out, man. I mean, we can't.
It's not from like a multiplayer or first party.
And we're gonna blame the developer too. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna blame the developer.
Are we gonna wait till the developer puts out a patch that actually makes it look better than the PS5 version, like they did with Resident Evil
3?
I'm Mike and chat said Arkham Knight, which I believe it come out in 2015 or 16?
I think it was 15.
Well, Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight.
It's been 14.
14.
15.
It might be 14.
No, it was 15.
It was 15. Oh, okay.
15.
And obviously, I think that game does have HDR nothing as well. So,
for back compat, for me, I would say something like the Mass Effect series.
Mm-hmm.
Or you would love to see like HDR full performance, maybe like 60 to 120 frames.
I want a full like remaster of Mass Effect because that's one of the series I missed out on. Like I own them.
They said it's coming.
Yeah, I haven't. I played like half of the first one, and then I never went back to it. So, if they can remaster it, or just give it like a polish up to make it look current gen, I would definitely go back and play it. And especially if they retcon the ending, because I heard people didn't like that. But that's one of the series I want to see because I like worlds that have like a lot of contrast in the colors, where it can be very dark and very bright. Different parts of the game have lots of colors. Different types of, blasts, explosions type stuff like that. So, games like that will be interesting to see.
Yeah. Devin, brother, you be kind of quiet, lady. So what you think about this backwards compatibility stuff with the Xbox, brother?
I agree. That's a good answer. Well said, well spoken, eloquent.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You get the Neff treatment.
Hey, let me get this. The true witty, hey, brother. I'm just joking, brother. I'm just joking with the $2. So you will blame devs when they have praised the PS5. No, brother. I believe the PS5 is going to be a great console. I'm not blaming anybody, man.
No, since he wants to do this, what devs? Because first it was one first party, one X first party, want to make indie games. What are we doing here?
Now, do I think that PS5 games that are third party will look better? No. Do I think first party games will look better? Yeah, because they're gonna be running at lower FPS.
Yeah. But here's the thing that we have 2 games coming out that are both photorealistic: Project Mara and Hellblade 2. So what happens when those games that look photorealistic and are running on a stronger console? Are they gonna ignore that, or what? What are we gonna do here?
They're gonna talk about the game.
Medium looks pretty good too, man.
Yeah.
What?
That medium game, that joint looked pretty good.
Yeah, I like it because that's like one of my favorite games they showed, when it came to that event.
I don't mean to stay on this pedestal about it because of course PS5 games are going to look nice and dope, especially the ones that are photorealistic. But when Xbox starts to catch up with them, the goalposts going to keep moving and keep moving.
The thing is, what people don't understand is when it comes to the hardware point of the Xbox is more powerful. As simple as that.
Yeah,
it's not simple as that. As simple as that. That's it.
That's one thing I'm looking.
It's not a hardware problem. It's a developer problem. If you're going to push for the resolution, ultra settings, frames, whatever they want to do, it's all up to them. That's on like Resident Evil 3. It came out. It was running like shit. What happened? They patched it 5 days later. It was running better with better settings.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do want to see is like a deep dive breakdown of like velocity architecture because
they need to explain that properly.
Yeah, because from what I understand, like just the efficiency and how things communicate with each other is going to be like the least bottlenecks they said in any console ever. So like how they implement that is going to be crazy because I've heard things. I don't know if they'll come to fruition, but like the speeds of the SSD they're saying are going to be like. It's not going to be used like a typical SSD or like how they stream assets, and like the velocity architecture is going to be able to store parts of the game on the RAM or something. It was something.
So Sue, obviously talked about 100 gig is going to be for the velocity. So they're going to keep the 100 gig at the side, so we'll only get like 800 gig of storage. You reckon we're going to get that much? Would they need 100? Would they need 100 gig all the time? Because that's what they.
So part of velocity architecture is they can take a small what is it called like the quarter the size of an asset, and then render instantly a full size asset, which basically means it's almost like it's compressed. So therefore they can transfer smaller amounts of data, and then as soon as it's needed, it's already instantly full size.
No, so but basically, what I'm trying to say is that when you get a hard drive, it comes out 1 terabyte. Obviously, it doesn't be the full terabyte. Yeah. Let's say it's like 960 or something. But because of this velocity, what they're using, will they take 100 for that? Would it be like 900 only? Would they need 100 always for that technology?
Well, no, because like I said, I think what they're doing is they're compressing a lot of that into it. So it's 100 total, but I don't think it's allocated 100 because I think it's being compressed.
Yeah, but you do know what I'm trying to say. Would they keep that 100 always there for it?
Oh, you mean allocated for use?
You mean like almost like RAM? Like when I was watching like Linus Tech Tips or whatever, they say like DRAM is important to any storage device because you can have an SSD, but if it doesn't have DRAM, then it'll run like shit. So basically, it's almost like a secondary RAM on the SSD that like it streams to first to get it ready for when this TPU needs it and GPU need it. So it's kind of hard to explain.
I reckon it'd be allocated.
Is there different versions of that then?
You mean on SSD?
The RAM. You said the secondary RAM.
DRAM, yeah. There's like it depends on the SSD. We don't know the full breakdown of SSD, but like I watched Linus do like a $20 SSD he thought was trash, and they took it apart and it had DRAM and it outperformed like legit SSDs. Like it wasn't like a NVMe SSD, but it was a little cheap $20 128 gigabyte SSD, and it fucking ran like crazy because it had DRAM. and it was priced like other ones that don't have VRAM. That's why I was, so competitive with the more expensive ones. So basically, it's not just the hardware; it's how the hardware talks to each other, and little buffers in between that help speed up things. So, from what I understand, the communication between certain parts of the Xbox is a lot faster. I think
I would like to see that soon. Not like always what we've been hearing that Microsoft is going to be having a hardware services type of show this month. I'm not sure if it's going to get delayed because what's going on right at the moment. But I would like to see I'd like to go like more for deep dive what it does and what
exactly.
I'd love to see it and show us. Don't talk about it. Show us what it's about.
Give us a better version of what Cerny did.
My bad, Derek. Did you read this super chat?
Yeah, I was like trying to, but these niggas was gone.
It's too nerds.
Keontae Harris with the $5. Sony is a Japanese company. They are using this as an excuse. I can't rock with you there, Keontae.
Didn't they move to America though? Like the headquarters?
Yeah, they're pretty much. Yeah. I can't rock with you there, but thanks for the $5, bro. Shit, Andrew Wilkins with the damn. Andrew Wilkins with the $5. Flag on play. Tsunami capping again. Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Flag on play. Tsunami capping again. Due to him, K Mega, Live Wires, Mr. Lame 100, FC, Sissy Silent.
Oh, shit.
I'm Charlemagne Bleach and changing my race. Man, you going too damn far.
God damn.
What's funny is I don't talk to none of those people, so I don't know what they say.
I guess he's saying only like Andrew Wilkins only say that he only bash Xbox guys.
But you heard me say like tech channels. Like I'm not even talking about Xbox Series X versus PlayStation. I'm talking about the actual technology in the stuff. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the technology breakthroughs that I want to see breakdown for. I'm not capping for nothing. I said I want to see how this can be implemented. You have to listen to my words.
Yeah, can't talk about the powerful SSD, man.
Yeah,
Lord Almighty.
And the SSD gonna change the world. So that SSD, man, that shit crazy. So let me
because I saw another thing I saw that was interesting is they have this like array that you can plug in 8 SSDs into that being plugged in directly into your computer PCI, and it was getting crazy speeds. Didn't help graphics. They got crazy speeds. They were getting like almost 30 I think it's gigabytes per second, and like it helps for like video buffering when you're making a video on Adobe. But as far as graphically, no.
Yeah, soon nobody gives a fuck. Let's move along.
Hey, so there's a lot of PlayStation news today. Obviously, this is an Xbox podcast, but there's a lot of PlayStation news today. So Jim Ryan, what is the hold on? Let me read this statement verbatim. There's a lot of Donald Trump shit going on Twitter right now. He's saying some crazy shit on Twitter. That's what he does. Fucking. So Jim Ryan, he said this. This is that quote from him. I think the best way that we can address this is by providing the best possible value proposition that we can. I don't necessarily mean lowest price. Value is a combination of many things. So
that's something similar like
$500.
No, that's what something like Phil Spencer said about the One X is a premium, a box, and you get what you pay for. That sounded exactly like what Phil Spencer said.
Let me say this. I think if the PS5 is $500, that will be fine. The shit is going to sell. It's going to sell whether it's $500. Now, $600 might be pushing it, but I don't think it'd be $600. It's going to be $500. Now, I see, like Tim Dog, some guys saying if the Xbox Series X is $500 and the PS5 is $500, the Xbox Series X being more powerful, the PlayStation is in trouble. I don't think so.
Because Eric, don't do that. You're being fair.
No, but I mean,
2013. Did that matter? Come on now.
Well, the Xbox
there was still the thing is like
hold on, but Xbox is more expensive though in 2013,
and they forced to connect on us as well.
Yeah, the Xbox is more expensive.
That's what I'm saying. It was more expensive and less powerful. But here we are with it more powerful and the same price. I don't see it going the same way.
It depends how it launches. Like coming up to this launch, it depends how they're doing it. Like with the games and what they're going to talk about, like the services, like Game Pass is doing very well as well.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we've seen what the box looks like.
Yeah,
true.
Everything is looking quite good.
All right. But let me say this now. To be fair, the Xbox One and the PS4, both of them sold 1 million like the first day. I remember that, right? It both sold 1 million. The PS4 didn't really take off on the Xbox until, was it mid 2015 or like maybe late 2014, early 2015? That's when they started to, well, they actually really started taking off in 2016, but the gap wasn't that bad until I would say 2016. But okay, what I'm saying is that I think if they're both the same price, the Xbox One, the Series X will be more powerful. I think Sony's worldwide dominance will. Now the Xbox will sell well, I believe, but I don't think worldwide they will still outsell the PlayStation. Now North America, that's another conversation, but
100%.
Worldwide, I don't think they will sell more than the PlayStation.
Where I lived, in the UK, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's like PlayStation where you at too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So is this the like, bro? The PS3 had no business catching the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 was whooping their ass all over. In America, they beat the Xbox.
It was the Blu-ray player
by like
4 to 1.
Yeah,
4 to 1, something like that.
Yeah,
it was a Blu-ray player. Like a lot of people bought it for a Blu-ray player when Blu-ray took off.
When the price went down, when people started buying that shit.
Yeah, you know? Because it became the cheapest Blu-ray player you can buy. So
absolutely,
same thing. Yeah, same thing with PS2. They bought it because it had DVD.
Oh, that's a fact. And for people that try to argue with me on that point, didn't like what's name itself say their best-selling exclusive was like the Matrix DVD? Let me get the super chat before we ask you guys. Geekhead 188 with the $4.99. Imagine a software company making better hardware than a company that makes hardware. You love to see it.
Well, I will say, have you not seen Microsoft Surface lineup? That stuff is fucking awesome. So they're not just the fucking software company anymore, because anything from that Surface lineup can rival anything in the hardware market for PCs.
Yeah. Ghost of New Orleans with the $5. Sony sold a console for $600 and told you to get a second job and still won. Xbox can't beat Sony. Get over it. Just keep hyping Game Pass and move on. You know what? Let me say something about that. I didn't say Xbox is going to win next generation. Did that come out of my mouth? I don't believe I said that. So I think you just want to argue Ghost. Now, Xbox is going to do fine next generation. You know what I'm saying? But worldwide, they won't beat the PlayStation. That's just my opinion. Now, if Xbox has a great plan and, they got that Game Pass, maybe it could be more competitive next generation, which they will be more competitive next generation.
That's the thing. Xbox could sell 50 million next gen and PlayStation can do 100. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the yearly finance, if they're both making similar money or Xbox is making just as good, then it's not a problem. They're happy with that.
Yeah.
And also, like, you talk about hardware, who's selling more, Sony Vaio or Microsoft Surface?
Oh shit!
Oh, come on,
we talking about the company.
Wait, hold on. Who had the last super chat?
Ghost of New Orleans.
Ghost. All right. What do you say? All right. Yeah, he's fine as long as he stay away from the white women.
Oh shit.
Victor Allenstein with the $2 at the same price. X will outsell the PS5 in North America. It'll be close. It'll definitely be close in North America because I'm surprised Xbox, like, considering how the generation started, that they actually got to 50 million consoles, man.
What do you reckon, Nick? What's your take on with the price in North America? Let's just stick to North America.
Mm-hmm. North America price?
Yeah, what do you reckon? Could Xbox give Sony a good run this time?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be 3-1 no more. But I think Xbox going to hit. It's going to be real close this time around.
Americans are fickle.
Yeah, they fickle, and then it's those 100 million that Sony has. How much did God of War sell again? About 18 million or something?
No, just over 10.
That's it? Yeah. Okay, so the hardcore is probably around about 15. 15 million, you would say.
Yeah.
So right now they fighting for that big casual market right now. So I would say it depends on the message that Sony bring when they, reveal this console and how it get over to that casual market. Like they can mess that up, man. Like I don't know why people think that they can't mess it up. Like, you know what I mean?
So through history, I told us to Z all the time. Who wins every generation? The cheapest console.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So whoever the cheapest console is going to win. It's as simple as that. The Wii won because it was the cheapest. Like, unless there's no competition at all, the cheapest console wins.
The cheapest, so I think that motion shit took off for grandparents, mothers, fathers.
But if you look at the games sold, the games didn't sell. They had people that bought a Wii got like 2 games the entire console. They got like Wii Sports and Mario Kart.
Casual that like
yeah. So the software numbers wasn't that high. I think 360 had a larger software.
It outsold the PS3 software.
By a lot at that.
Yeah.
So even if you have both systems, you bought it on your Xbox. Yeah. Partially because it's where your friends are, and partially because a lot of your friends are casuals. So as long whoever wins the casuals wins the market, obviously, because there's more of them than
that was my point.
Yeah, absolutely. You win the casuals, you win the market, absolutely.
And I think Microsoft is, they have that in mind, because if Lockhart comes out and it's substantially cheaper, and then you have Game Pass.
Game Pass is gonna be some shit, man. I'm telling you, that Game Pass is gonna be a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, like when it comes to the price, what price do you think Microsoft and Sony is coming out this year?
Say that again.
When it comes to the price of the console, what do you reckon the price point is going to be in America?
Oh man, for Xbox I think it's going to be $4.99, and for PlayStation I think it's going to be $3.99 for some reason.
So you think so?
Yeah, because when Mark Cerny, if you go back and listen, well, yeah, a lot of people didn't make it through that bullshit, but he kept saying, man, he just kept saying cost efficient, and he just kept saying it, and it seemed like all the execs feel like they have to keep mentioning that, man. And I don't know, it's like we had to do this for cost efficient, we had to do that for cost efficient. I'm thinking I think they overhyping the SSD because so because the console is gonna be cheap. You get what you pay for. It's the weakest console, so.
Like Nick, I don't know if you sent the Bloomberg article talking about the PS5. When it comes to the parts only, it's costing like $450 just the parts on its own.
Not building it, not shipping it, not promotion.
I'm not sure if you sent that article or not.
Nah, I didn't. Was it saying per part, or was it just a general statement?
It was basically the part. No, it was the part summary. Like all the parts to buy all the parts before anything else costs $450.
Yeah, that's the only thing to get me. If it was a summary, then I don't know, because for all we know, it's just the goddamn SSD that cost the most, right?
Well, the SSD definitely costs the most.
I think that's what they said. That was the issue, that they had to change their cooling solution because of the SSD.
Okay,
no. It's not SSD. It's the clock speeds.
Oh, okay.
So when with PC parts, to even get like 5-10% more power, the heat jumps dramatically. So if you're overclocking it, that means that the heat will rise dramatically, and then that's why they have the seesaw with the GPU and the CPU, because they can't both be running full tilt. So they had to bump up the cooling system to account for the overclocking.
Yeah, and let me get these 2 super chats. Tip Diamond with the $2. WBG, what's good, you Xbox spreading propaganda, brother? I thought you was an Xbox guy, brother. I think he is. He's talking shit. Ghost of New Orleans with the $2. Console with the most compelling games will win the gen. Now listen. Hold on, let me say this real quick. Now, hey man, listen. Xbox has a lot of work to do when it comes to games. And what if they really have some bangers next generation, Ghost? What you said could still be true, right? What if they're going to have some hell of a bangers next generation, which is possible? They have tons of studios making good games, and all of them ain't grounded in Battletoads, by the way.
That's current gen.
Well, yeah.
There was some throwaway games right there. Like, we ain't got shit. Let's just give them these y'all got in the closet. You know what I mean?
Battletoads has gone quiet on that game.
Oh man, I'm happy about that.
That shit wasn't impressing me. I'm with you on that one, Nick. That shit wasn't impressing me, bro.
Yeah, like
I
Cartoon Network.
feel like I feel like the marketing's got to be perfect. Like especially like now, like get the Call of Duty marketing, get the Destiny marketing.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to get these type of DLCs like expansion packs and all that bullshit. Get the casuals.
Because
Hardcore.
that's what carried the PS4 the first couple of years.
Yeah, like the hardcore. No matter what, we guys on the panel, we're gonna buy the Xbox first. No matter what, that'll be the first choice console. But these casuals, that's who you need to get when it comes to Battlefield, Call of Duty, GTA. Get that DLC, get it exclusive
2K,
content.
FIFA.
2K, FIFA, yeah, that's the shit they need to do.
Hey, see, the one thing about Don Matcher, let me bring up Don Matcher for a second. I'm going to be talking about 360, but let me bring up him for a second. I wasn't a fan of him, but the one thing that he did that people felt was really good was getting the marketing deals with the 30-day exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? Like the DLC. So that was a Don Matcher thing. I always tell people, because some people don't really do their research. Don Matcher came there in 2007. By that time, Xbox was already rolling with the games. He's responsible for getting the 30-day DLC marketing exclusive deal and the Connect. That was him. And he made some decisions of not to do big games, to cancel games for Connect games. That's what he did. People don't do their research saying he was this and he was that and he did this and he did that. No.
Yep, him and Phil Harrison, actually. Phil Harrison was responsible for Fable Legends, Sea of Thieves, all the, what you call those games? Games of a service games.
Gotcha.
Phil Harrison and Don Matrick. You know what I mean? They was running that major studio. What was it called? Microsoft Entertainment. Like, what the hell? like what the hell is going on here?
Phil Harrison over there in Stadium.
They're ruining Stadia now.
Don Matrick killed. What was that company he went to? Zanga.
Oh, he killed
it. Shit.
He killed that company too.
Yeah, when it comes to the 2013 E3, like it was a good show. That was they had the marketing rights and all that shit then.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great show. It was there, so everything was fucked up with the with the policies and everything. Yeah, it was a good show. But yeah, man, you're right about that. So I don't want to go back to let's talk about Don Matrick, but I just had to bring that one thing up. Yes, and Victor, I do remember watching E3 2007, I believe, and Don Matrick was on stage with EA. I was like, oh shit, Don Matrick was with EA back then. So when Peter Moore left, they snatched up Don Matrick, and the Kinect did well. The original Kinect did well, and that was the worst thing that could have happened to Microsoft. Worst thing.
Definitely curse.
Absolutely.
The best-selling peripheral ever, but it was the nail in the coffin for
100%. Like Nick just did it on the spotlight, a gift on the curse. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was so weird how he was so good at getting them where they were, but at the end of his career, he just didn't care anymore.
I don't even give him that though. R&B, like Peter Moore put the 360 together. It was just him there making the deals. When it came to investing into the next generation, that's where Don Matrick fell off at. He didn't understand that you got to bring the culture to the the culture of developers and making sure they're premium, they're getting taken care of. Like, so that's one thing you got to respect Sony for. They treat their first party premium. Like, you shit. You feel me? That's what Phil's doing now. Like,
but like 360, how many first parties did we have?
They didn't have many. They had 8. Bungie for a minute until Bungie left. They had Lionhead, which of course is no longer around. Turn 10.
Yeah.
Like, what else they have? Rare. They had Rare.
They had like about five.
They had about 5, man.
Yeah, they was on Avatar duty. Like they had Rare making avatars, games and shit. Like they ain't want to do that, man.
I heard they launched a lot of Connect games, but they never came out because they canceled Connect.
I mean, what's up, bro?
Rain 64 said Major Nelson came up with the achievements for 360.
If he did, that was some good shit.
Wait, what is his job? What is his job?
Hell if I know.
I think it was a major PR guys.
Yeah,
the face of Xbox.
He's the face of Xbox. I don't know what the hell he does.
Chill somewhere.
Yeah,
but you think of all those studios, Respawn, that we, you know what I mean? He didn't invest $1 into, making them first party. Bungie, Like those dudes ain't like
they let BioWare
Epic.
go.
BioWare.
They could have had BioWare. Man, I read somewhere or somebody said that they had the opportunity to buy BioWare, and they didn't. And EA scooped them up. Can you imagine if BioWare was a first-party Xbox studio, brother?
Yeah, man.
Amen.
Yeah, probably after Jade Empire.
Same thing.
No. Actually, I think it was after Mass Effect because the first Mass Effect was exclusive, and it was a Microsoft Studio game. It was a Microsoft Studio game, and something I read somewhere. I don't know if somebody said it somewhere on some podcast that they had the opportunity and they let it slip away. And that was in 07 when Don Matcher was there.
That's why I don't like going back in the past. But I just imagine with Phil Spencer doing what he is now, if he was in charge after Don Mattrick said hell with it back in like 2010.
Yeah,
what would it look like now?
They're like a la carte with their games. They're like, okay, we want you to make a game for us, and they,
not just that. Yeah. I mean, not just that, but Phil needed to be where he is now, in the position he is now. Because let's be honest, he like we first got it in 2014. Xbox stopped investing in games, man. There's not one Xbox guy that could sit here and say, no, they didn't. No, man. All them games that they had 2015, 2016 was games that was already being made.
Right.
2017, 2018.
It was a body, yeah.
A bunch of those deals shouldn't even have been made, man.
Yeah. That's what makes me think. That's what makes me think. When did he start? All right, I'm gonna start talking to studios, see who wants to get bought, yada yada yada.
When he got that promotion
in late 2015, when he got that promotion,
late 2017. Yep,
that's when shit kicked off.
It was right before the X came out. The Xbox One X came out. I remember. And I was like, oh shit, Phil got a promotion, so that means they're about to start investing.
That's when he went to that Ninja Theory and all these guys just started to get him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he got some
Iron
talent,
Mike, I agree.
bro.
Respawn was a big one. I wanted them to get Respawn.
Ooh, Respawn. And you see what they did with that Jedi game. Man, that shit was fire. I don't even like Star Wars, but
it's a dope game. Yeah, me too. I don't give a shit about Star Wars, but that was a good game.
Respawn is talented because Titanfall is one of my favorite games.
Great game.
You see what they did with Apex.
Cross-gen game.
Yeah, so like Respawn would have been I think
How
if
you feel
Respawn
about
was
that,
available
though,
now, they'd
Tsunami?
have been stolen. What you say?
How you feel about that cross-gen game? What stopped that cross-gen game from selling 10 million?
Listen, Titanfall 1.
Yeah. It was cross-gen. It was on 360 and Xbox One.
Was Phil Spencer in charge when he could have bought that or no?
Nah, that was already done.
But you know what?
Oh yeah, okay.
Titanfall was revolutionary because think about that. EA did an exclusive game deal. They never do exclusive games. I read that EA thought that Xbox is going to dominate this generation.
Yeah.
Because in America, they beat PS3 by like 16, 17 million consoles. Of course, worldwide, the PS3 won. So EA thought Xbox was going to dominate this current generation. They was wrong, and they gave Xbox the exclusive deal for Titanfall.
But you know what, when they beat them, they didn't beat them by that much. Like a few million consoles.
Right.
So that's why they had all of Asia.
That's
Xbox is selling Asia.
That's what I'm thinking. If they really got their shit together and focus, they could beat them. But everybody's too beaten to submission to even think that.
Yeah. Well, but I guess what it is, R&B, they have a lot of work to do. They gotta listen, a lot of 360 guys left for the PS4, and I say this all the time. It's some people I know personally, they was like, man, I'm done with the Xbox. That shit trash. And they went to PS4, and they came back, you know what I'm saying? So they still got a lot of work.
They will come back there. Like, it was just the messaging was so bad. That's what it was.
Yeah. But with all these games that all these studios are working on, and said about how they're working on with all this cool new hardware and all the sharing they're doing, that's why I really want to see what they're going to do. Because for what they're saying, this is really a not next step in graphics, because graphics look the best they do, but next gen in development of how make it easier it is to get what they want to make. That's why I really hope Phil Spencer's kind of two-faced. Like, for us, he's like nice and caring. But when he walks into studio meetings, like, all right, motherfuckers, listen up. You get all the shit you need. So I don't want to hear no shit about less than 4K 60 or some kitty-ass games. Y'all shit out the way. Get that shit right now.
Look, kitty games, shit. This makes it real shit. We got this kitty game out of the way. This makes it real shit. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Because, we do want more realistic games. But I really feel that Hellblade 2, I think people ain't really paying attention to that shit. I think people just say it was a CGI trailer, and really it wasn't. It said in-game engine. That shit gonna be big, man. That shit gonna be
People
big.
believe it now because they saw the Unreal fucking 5 demo. Now
Right.
they're saying, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's okay."
Oh man,
It's gonna be a benchmark, that game. Trust me.
yeah. Damn, man. What this dude? This nigga Trump, man. He wilding, cuz. Okay, so we go ahead and got another couple topics before we get out of here. Hey, the chat is on fire. Iron Mike,
Yeah.
Sean, that's Sean ass. Rain G4, Dreadpool, Exit 53, Mr. Glad.
Who said that? Was it who was it
Raymond
in the
School?
chat? He said Titanfall was underrated. Yeah, Titanfall is definitely underrated, and it makes me sad because from what they're saying is that they're not working on a Titanfall 3 as of now. So
yeah,
I hope EA didn't pull an EA and cancel the franchise again because
they gave my man a promotion. I can't think his name. But the head of Respawn. Yeah, like the head of Respawn. I can't think of his name.
Product marketing manager or something.
Tell you some shit like that.
No, what was the guy? Anybody in the chat? What was the guy that ran Respawn? They gave him a promotion at EA because Respawn is the only
Vince Zampella.
Yeah, him, Vince Zampella.
Zampella, some shit like that.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Iron Mike and Sean. That's exactly who he did. And they gave him a promotion, man, because listen, I always say, y'all, who had the worst generation? EA, Xbox, or one of them other studios. I say EA. EA generation was screwed. You think about Anthem, you think about some of the crap that they did this generation. Respawn is the only positive thing about EA this generation with Apex Legends, Titanfall,
Fallen Order.
You think about, like I say, Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars Jedi Fallen because, like Fallen Order, because even Battlefront 2 got bashed, for their microtransactions. So, yeah, EA was kind of wild. A couple more topics before we get out of here, y'all. So I was impressed that that was ESPN ads for the PS5 reveal. I meant to say this earlier, which is pretty impressive. But of course, the same day they postponed it, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, man, that was pretty dope to have their game reveal event to be advertised on TV. You ever seen some shit like that before?
For a reveal?
No, I ain't never seen that like that before for a reveal.
For a reveal? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, they had
I see a lot of commercials, but not necessarily like for a reveal.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That's why it's weird. Like Sony's really good at presentation, but whoever's the head of their marketing, I think, is like making some really like knee-jerk reactions to is like killing the hype a little bit.
So you think so?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I thought it was good to have a commercial on ESPN.
No, not that. That was brilliant. That was nice. But then, all right, we're not going to do it anymore.
Oh, okay. Hey, let me get this super chat. Geekhead 188 with the 199. How many games do y'all think they'll show in July? I don't know, but I think they need to go all out. Thanks for the two.
I'm pretty sure they came out and said there's going to be a first-party show, so.
Primarily, but I think some third parties will be there.
There's definitely be some third parties there too.
How many new IPs y'all expecting?
I don't know. Maybe a couple. Maybe one.
I'm thinking like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think at least 3.
At least 2 AAA.
At least 2. Yeah, at least 2. Yeah.
They have 15 studios.
Obsidian's okay. That's a good question. Let's talk about that. Obsidian's new game is going to be a new IP. Right, most likely a new IP.
Mm-hmm. They have 2 teams. One was working on a new IP. The other was working on Outer Worlds 2.
Were they?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But I do know Matt Booty mentioned they was going to be there, and they better not show up in that bitch with Grounded.
The best not.
Will Grounded be out before then?
I think in beta.
Yeah, I think
it's not a beta. It's like a preview program.
Oh, preview program, right? Okay, so Obsidian. Okay, what other initiative is definitely probably maybe going to be a new IP, but then again, it could be Perfect Dark. I don't know, man. So y'all say 3 or 4, but I think
they got In Exile.
In Exile, yeah, they're gonna, but they're not gonna show anything in July though.
They might show like a teaser they're making, but maybe not necessarily of the game.
Nah.
Then you got Compulsion. Compulsion is definitely making something new.
And I think they're gonna show their game this year. Yeah. Because that, like, We Happy Few came out in 2018.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from them.
Yeah, I think they're gonna show this game. Their game this year.
Joe, I need to fill out the list.
Oh shit, the list,
the list will make everybody go to sleep.
$6 Steve with the $5 they be ready. Respawn would have been perfect for Halo. Titanfall 2 has the best first-person shooter campaign this gen. Another dev scoop is 4A and Witchfire devs. 4A, yeah, I actually like 4A. I like the Metro Exodus.
I've been saying that for a long time. 4A.
I don't know what Witchfire is.
Never Nick, do you know who they are? Witchfire devs?
Nah, I never heard of them.
Yeah, but I never heard of Witchfire, bro.
Let me see.
Take a look.
So.
No, but when it comes to July show, we know they need to just show the game, show the main big games as well, including the smaller ones as well if they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna show everything they're making, big or small. I know Sean doesn't agree that they should, but I think if it's a first party show, they're gonna show everything that's in the chamber.
Everything.
They have to. Because listen, I don't give a damn. Sony's show, whenever they had a show, it's going to be pretty good. And Xbox is going to have to compete with that.
The benefit they have now is they have like a month to prepare for.
They're going after Sony for the first time, right?
Yeah.
They're going after, yeah.
So they can see the things that people took away from that, things they liked, the things they didn't like, things that they maybe should axe, things they should focus on. So, hopefully they can learn something from if something has a great show.
It depends who when Sony does the show again, when they got a new date for it. Will it be a week?
So wait, are you putting your 10-foot hat on? You saying they're trying to go behind Xbox again?
It wouldn't surprise me.
They're gonna wait a month. No, I don't think they're gonna wait a month.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, Xbox do the same thing. We ain't say when in July.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So the last thing I want to talk about, y'all, before we get out of here, is this Witchfire devs were the original devs of Gears Judgment. Oh, you mean you can fly? Right. I thought they was doing Outriders. You can fly.
I thought it was splash damage.
People can fly or something like that.
People can fly. Yeah, I'm sorry. People can fly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, they was the ones that did Gears Judgment. But I guess
splash damage. Or am I confused?
No, it's not splash damage. It's just people can fly. They did Gears Judgment. They did Bullet Storm. Was it Bullet Storm?
I thought that was what you call his team? What's his name? The old guy from Gears.
Cliffy B. Nah.
Yeah, I thought Cliffy B made had parts of that.
No.
So have they changed their name or something?
Painkiller.
No, this is called People Can Fly. Like that was always their name.
Yeah,
they're doing
People Can Fly.
They're calling what's the name of the game? Outriders.
Outriders.
Yeah, they're the Outriders. So. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about, man, this rumor we've been hearing about Sega, Xbox. I saw some stuff today that debunked it, but we really don't know. So they're saying that Sega and Xbox has some type of partnership, some type of deal where in Japan, the Xbox is going to be released under the Sega name. Now, like I said, I saw something earlier that kind of debunked it, but who knows? Guys, do you think, now, if this is true, I think it's a good idea. Don't know if it'll work because Japan ain't stupid. They say, hey, look, it's still a damn Xbox. But yeah, Ghost, I just said it looks like it was debunked. But it was on my list, so we talking about this shit.
Ghost, calm down. You sound kind of scared there, homeboy.
Yeah. So if this did happen, what do you guys think about this? Like I mentioned, I think if this was true, which it might not be, but if it was, I think this is a good business move. But I don't know if it would necessarily work in Japan because they really don't mess with Xbox anyway. But
they don't mess with nothing non-mobile.
Let Nick go first.
So, like, what's the thing about that, Nick? Sega.
Well, I never believed it. I never believed. Well, I didn't believe that it was going to be like a console in Japan. I never believed that, but because it didn't make sense. Like, why would you even confuse your consumers like that, making a Sega Xbox? Like, that just sounds crazy. But but I thought it was just going to be a game deal. That's just, my opinion on that.
Yeah.
Like maybe some Game Pass games or something like that. Some classics.
Ghost to New Orleans, scared, have fun with Sonic AK. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Nick, when it came, I'm not sure we're allowed to talk. Well, I think MM2 guys talked about it anyway. What we heard was it's more for Game Pass deal, like you said, like.
Did he talk about it openly though?
Yeah, he talked about it on the show on Z show last night.
He did? Okay.
Oh yeah.
But who gives a shit anyway? But like, according to his sources, he goes it's something to do with like more for Game Pass deal, like Sega games coming to Game Pass day and date. That's what we heard last week. But then obviously
that's believable. That's believable. Look at Streets of Rage.
More believable than
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I think that's the next generation of an exclusive. Is to say it's not exclusive, but you can get it included day one in our service that you possibly already have, or you can get at an entry level price that's less than the game.
Is Yakuza going in Game Pass?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like a game like
not a new one.
People still speculating about it, but a lot of people think that a Cyberpunk might be game that's launched day and date with Game Pass, and that would be a good look if it happened, because that's a big game. People were excited about it, and if you were on the fence about getting the Series X, and now you say, okay, if I get this, I can get this game included in Game Pass along with every other first party game with all the all the other big AAAs and the great indies. That's very compelling, and I think that if Microsoft starts to do that more with bigger titles day and date, it's kind of in the same vein as an exclusive, but it's just a really like a consumer move for gamers.
Let me get these two super chats before we continue. Victor Alistine with the $5. Which fire devs left people can fly to form astronauts because they wanted to make games with compelling stories. All talent left with them. Okay, thanks, brother. See, I didn't know that.
I'll take a look at
it. Dreadpool with the $2. Lockhart equals Xbox Series S Sega.
Interesting, though. I
saw that. They said the Series S, the lower console, is going to be a Sega branded console. And if that's, to be fair, like consoles in different countries sometimes are called different things. Like
the Mega Drive. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, like for you guys, it was called a Sega Genesis, but for us it was Sega Mega Drive.
Right.
Mega Drive. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Super Famicom or something.
Famicom,
right?
Yep. I was just about to say that. Famicom. I was like, what the fuck is a Famicom? Then I was like,
let me ask you guys something serious. Well, not serious, but whatever. What if it's a console, really?
Supposedly the guy that's doing the article said it's not a Dreamcast 2. That's what he said.
Yeah. If it's really a console, I think that's a good little business move. But like I said, I don't know if that would help the Xbox in Japan.
If it's a Dreamcast 2, then they need to stop putting all the games exclusively everywhere else then.
Yeah, but like I said, like in Japan, Xbox is basically non-existent, so it's kind of understandable if they do want to change the name or use the Sega name to get a bit of a more of a foothold.
That would be incredibly smart.
Yeah, because they're losing anyway.
In the East, they're very region based when it comes to what they buy. Outside of Apple, they'll be fucking. Well, that's because they don't exist anywhere else. But besides Apple, they don't really fuck with anything in the West.
Yeah,
like unless you have to, like maybe a Google and YouTube, and that's banned in country. YouTube is banned in China, isn't it?
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah. You can't. You have to have a VPN to watch YouTube.
Damn.
So like they don't fuck with the West. Like it's like they live in a whole different earth. They don't know shit that goes on over here, and they don't care.
Yeah, go for it.
Raymond Thornton with the $5. I think Sega thing could be virtual console in the Microsoft ecosystem.
That'd be dope.
I guess something possible. But that thing that like today that kind of debunker said is not Microsoft related, but
that's what it is.
That's what all the insiders are saying, but no one can confirm it because the article ain't came out yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but Z Hughes was saying that
that's like
Microsoft related.
Before you get the super chat, like Z Huge, he's got connections. He's got some good sources. I'm not sure, man. If
he was just reading the article though with this. That's all he was doing with this. He was just reading the article.
Yeah, it's like, what could it be? Is it Game Pass? Is it a Microsoft thing? Is it a console? There's so many. Is it a Sony thing now? So I just don't understand.
Well, granted, the writer could have just been hyping his own workup because, again, he's the only one that has the scoop. He said it's a industry-shattering revelation. So
that's what I don't understand.
He could be talking shit, so who knows?
And he said it's as big as the PlayStation 5. Like, remember he said that shit?
Wow. He was saying it was big as the PlayStation 5 Wired article.
So this is why I don't. This is why I don't understand it. It can't be like a Game Pass. It just can't be something like that. It's got to be something more. If it's something on the level of a PlayStation 5 or something.
Right. Like, or maybe a service. Who knows?
You get the super chat?
Oh, yeah, let me get super chat. I'm sorry. Emmanuel A with the $2. It's an Xbox Sega Game Gear cell phone for the xCloud. Yeah.
That wouldn't be that. Hey, listen, we're laughing, but that wouldn't be a bad idea because what sells the most in Asia? Mobile. Fucking Switches. So if Sega came out with a handheld game and it was fucking somehow tied into the Xbox ecosystem, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Hey, Fatal Charade said, Dirt, check out Dirt win a title in Chrome Side Championship Wrestling. Oh shit, I'm the champ. I'm the US champion.
Oh shit, Dirt made it.
Xbox champion.
Oh shit! Thank you, brother. I gotta check that out, man. For real. Let me try to find this other thing. I put it in the DM earlier today.
Oh, but it's like interesting. Like, I really hope to stick to the day this week, and I really want to know what it is.
Yeah,
they're talking about it. Rank. Okay, finish. Go ahead.
No, go on, Dirt.
Yeah. So there's a guy named Nathan Shabazi. He's I guess let me share my screen. I guess he's an ex Sega manager or something like a Sega manager, current Sega manager, maybe. He's Sega brand manager by day, and Johnny Carson of Japan.
That's the Chrome Side champion. Oh shit!
He said, Rangy 4. He said Android is also banned in China. Google is no longer updating Androids in China. See, like they like a whole different earth to them.
Yeah, they use the MIUI stuff, the MUI, whatever it is.
So this guy Nathan Shabazi,
what about him?
He's current Sega brand manager by day. He works at Sega. He retweeted a couple of Xbox things.
He did.
He retweeted today. So, he was like, Dad loves Genesis Mini. He got the Sega Genesis, Xbox Game Pass. So I don't know. Maybe it's just Xbox bot dudes looking into some shit that ain't there. But he definitely tweeted some Xbox, some related.
Was that the only one, or is there more?
He tweeted this one. There was a video about Xbox, which is a very good video that GameSpot made regarding the Xbox One, which I just made a video very similar like last week, but of course theirs way better than my dog shit. But like we were saying pretty much the same stuff. Why are we about to call shit?
We're gonna find out in a couple of days, hopefully, and let's see what it is. It just seems like it's more to do with Microsoft, but then Z Huge has come out.
It's got nothing to do with
There's nothing to do with them guys, so I just don't understand what it is.
Granted, let's be honest. When the last time have insiders got it wrong in the past few months?
Yeah, a lot. See, but Z Huge, he isn't saying his sources told him that. He's just talking about the article. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the article, the Japanese article. He's saying the person said it's not Microsoft related or anything like that.
So has he seen the article or something that's coming out?
I guess that's what he's saying. Yeah, he's seen the article. So
I don't understand that.
Me either, man. But like you said, we'll have to wait a few days to find out shit.
Well, they do got a track record of
my bad, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say about the whole console thing. I remember when they did release the 360, they had like an arcade edition. Like, I can see them making a Game Pass edition console. That might be what the ass is. And maybe the highlights might be Sega games and some new IPs coming back that's going in there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I want to see though. I'm like Sean. I'm gonna wait and see, man.
Yeah, because so many rumors, isn't it? It's this, it's that. It's something to do with Sony because Sony was gonna do a show on the same day. it's just you just want to know what it is because they're hyping the shit out of this.
Yo, you know why I think it doesn't have anything to do with Sony? Because if it did, they would have told them not to release it on the 4th because they canceled. Remember?
Yeah, I know that, but it's just the way the way they're hyping this news is something big.
Yeah, they said it's something big. So I mean, like, what else could it be? Sega and Sony, like was Sony
I don't see something like a Game Pass. Would you consider that big, like day Game Pass?
No, I mean, yes, it would be big, but not bigger than a PS5.
Yeah,
Like, well, them partnering with Sony doesn't seem earth shattering. They're both a Japanese company. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
that's what I don't understand. I just don't understand it.
So
I don't see Sony needing him enough to buy him.
Yeah, I don't think Sega got anything like that.
I don't think Sony can afford to buy anybody else.
Well, they said they got a couple more acquisitions coming. That's what Ghost said. He said, so.
They've been saying that since Insomniac.
No, remember they said Remedy? Sony buying Remedy is over.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. So that's about it, man. You know, that's all the topics. You know, it's getting close to the 2-hour mark. I can't do them 3-hour, 4-hour podcasts, man. It ain't in me. So that's about it, man. Want to say thank you to boy Nick Banks. He did a great job, man. We got to have you on again, brother.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. You know, I kind of bleed green too, so I like this joint, man.
For sure. Hey, brother, we got to represent our brothers. So like I said, this podcast is strictly Xbox, guys. You know, there's a bunch of ponies in the chat. That's fine, but like as far as guests on this show, no ponies or other people on the show. Now, Scram Punks, my other podcast on Wednesday, we can have
that dog shit fucking podcast you doing.
How dare you, sir?
I don't give a shit, dude.
I know you don't, sir. No, but
before you close it off, I always ask the guests, like, Nick, when it comes to these new studios from Microsoft, out of all the studios, which is the one that you will you think that is gonna pull off a big game, will deliver a big game?
Hey, it's out of the two that I've been following, the initiative or Playground Games. We already know what Playground Games capable of.
Yeah,
but the initiative, man, they got some big boys over there, some talent, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Do you believe in the Perfect Dark rumors?
I don't believe in that, man.
You don't believe in that?
And then one time I got into a conversation with the guy from Initiative on Twitter. And I was like, I didn't even know who he was at first. And then I thought about it, and he was working on Sunset Overdrive. I forgot his name.
Drew Muddy.
Yeah, Murray. And I tweeted him a picture of Blinks, and he kind of like, somebody was like, oh shit. And he ain't say nothing after that. He was just do a little emote, and I'm like, I hope this shit ain't what's coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I start saying,
they hired all that.
They got all that talent for Blinks, man.
You gotta look at the pen somebody hired.
Dude put the emote with the eyes like I was on. I was like, I was joking. I hope this motherfucker. But no, they got people from Rockstar and all that. I don't think they would, go to that low level.
Yeah, but I'll be like, shit. I can't be asking myself for that shit.
That would be funny though if it was Blinks.
Man, you would ride the shit out of it.
That shit would not be funny, man.
I'd have to delete my account.
But what if they change the? What if they change the art style though?
I would. It
wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It looks like real life. It wouldn't matter.
I would give a shit. No. I would not.
Yeah, I get off Twitter, dog. I already know.
Yeah, buddy.
If it was no Blinks, brother, you would not see my ass on Twitter.
Yeah, I reckon Playground Games. They're gonna be the ones.
You think so? I think so too, but
yeah,
I am kind of like, I just want to see what all this talent put together. Like the caliber of games they was working on is like huge. So, hey, since Phil Spencer didn't bring the culture back, you got developers that want to come and work. You know what I mean? They want to come around Microsoft now. At first they was getting up out of there,
Right,
so,
right. And like Playground has, I believe, 400 employees now. 200 doing was Horizon, the other 200. Hey,
yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Sean with Playground.
Yeah,
Playground definitely gonna come through.
that's one thing about Microsoft. Like, even though they have like 16 or whatever, they kind of have almost a third or to double that because half of them are working on 2 games each. So
you're right. That's true.
That's
true.
a lot of content.
You're right about that because, like, of course, like Playground working on 2 titles. Turn 10 is 1, 343 is 1. The Coalition, we don't really know what they're working on next.
I can maybe see maybe Compulsion doing that Blink.
I think they're doing 1 title, and it's a third.
I hope
Rare's doing multiple.
Yep, they're doing multiple.
Man. What about Dead Labs or what is it called?
Undead Labs.
Dead Labs.
Yeah. 3.
I just want them to make. I was playing that shit earlier. I actually still like that game, but I want them to make that game a damn AAA. Make it a AAA. Put more story in there, better graphics, because the concept of State of Decay is amazing to me. I love it. They just gotta, get some better voice acting because it sounded like they're reading straight from the script. Oh no, there is a juggernaut there. I'm like, what? They show no emotion. So they get some better voice acting, some better graphics, actual story, a better story, I should say. And
they updated. They updated the graphics.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better, but it still don't look, good. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? The DLC actually has a very good story that ends in a cliffhanger.
Oh, you know what? I didn't finish that. I didn't finish that, but I actually wanted to finish that because I was playing the regular campaign today. I actually wanted to finish. Well, because the main character died, and I said, "Fuck, I don't want to play it no more." So I'm gonna start it over.
Spoilers.
That's what I did. I started over.
Yeah, because your main character died, you be pissed. So, anyway, y'all, it's time to go and get out of here. I thank Nick Banks for showing up. Sean, man, what your musty ass got up, man?
Nothing much. I said it's got another few more days. But it's my daughter's first birthday this week as well. So
she got a 1-year-old, man.
She's 1 year old. Yeah, 1 year old. That's it. This Wednesday. So
your ass is 46 with a 1-year-old.
Oh shit! Come on, Dad.
God damn.
Call you granddaddy, daddy. Shit, by the time they're in high school,
granddad, dad.
It's all right. Dad, you can call me daddy as well if you want. Paul.
Paul. Come on, man. Come on, Sean. But you to cross the damn line. The game. Again.
No, that's
before y'all ended, man.
Go on.
Everybody in here on Xbox, right? What y'all be playing, man? Like what games?
Shit.
Right now,
I know Devin.
Shit, I've been playing everything, man. Like I just finished Mafia 2 again for the 3rd time. I bought the remaster. Right now, I've been playing that 2K, trying to grind my character up a little bit because we got this tournament Saturday. Hey, Sue, man, what team are you on?
Dalvy.
Dalvy.
It's me, Dalvy, Post Up, Yodega, and I forgot my other man's name. He a center.
Y'all got teams. That's what's up.
Who's on Trey team? Because that's the team that I play first.
Trey. That's all you need.
I'm sure Buck won't be on that.
I think Buck's on Parker team.
So you're on Dalvy. So Team Parker, Team Dalvy, Team Trey. Who is Black Hippie?
Z's team name, like, is that Black Hippie or the other one? Because they don't look familiar.
It's Cali Rebels. Is Black Hippie is like my squad, Detroit WBG, and we play Team Trey. So it's gonna be fun, man. We got fun.
I guess Z team got to be Black Hippie.
Oh, okay, sweet. That shit. Okay, so that's what so that's what I play. Nick, I play everything mostly though. But as far as multiplayer, that's what I'll be playing 2K. I'll play Call of Duty sometime, but that's only if R&B is our fearless leader.
R&B.
R&B just lead us to the heaven.
Like lead us right to destruction. Lead us right to
the gulag.
right to the gulag. All right, Shot. David, brother, what you got going on, man?
Man, I got a video coming out like a little bit coming up at 8:00. I put it on Premiere and whatnot. But other than that, I'm gonna be on the game.
Okay, I'm gonna check out your video, brother. You ain't talking shit about Sony, is you?
No,
not this time.
Not this time.
Maybe a little bit. You might find a little bit in there, but overall, nah.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, then R&B, bro. What's got going on, man? So what they doing in the ATL, man? All the strip clubs closed. What they doing, man?
We got a curfew now that goes in at 9 o'clock. Some people saying hell no, I ain't listening. Some people
You're in ATL?
Yep.
Are you from ATL?
Oh man.
No, I am from Miami, Florida. I just live in Atlanta, Georgia right now.
Okay, because I could have sworn you said Florida because I ain't hear no accent. Like you don't got the Atlanta accent.
Yeah, you ain't like, yo, what's up, shawty? Goddamn, you know what I'm talking about? You don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
I am not from this state. I just live here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Tsunami. I'm sorry. I cut you off or something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm playing Yakuza 0. That game is hilarious.
You said it's hilarious.
How far in are you now, R&B?
Chapter 6.
Oh shit, you got a long way to go, yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's fun. I'm trying 100% the game before I beat it, man. It's fun.
Oh my god, here you go.
Bro, you can be on it for like 100 hours, man.
I don't care, man. This game is fun. The side missions.
The side missions are they're funny as fuck, though. They're junky as well at the same time.
Yeah, I gotta play that, man. I still ain't really got into it yet, man.
Yo, I made it rain in the game, and that gave me access to an underground cat fighting wrestling ring where I bet money on who could win. This joint is hilarious, man.
I gotta check it out, man. I gotta check that shit out.
Yeah, you go down the steps and yeah, you gotta. It's a good game. The story's fire.
All right, last but not least, my main man, Tsunami. What you got going on, bro?
Yeah, same thing. I'm grinding my character. I'm also trying to focus on some of the Game Pass for PC games because I know they have some different games. So I'm gonna checking some of them out. I still have to get the Gears Tactics, so I'm probably gonna do that next. Was running Minecraft Dungeons with nothing, and actually J-Dub, the pony spin king. He over there loving it, but yeah, the game is fun. It's a little on a short side, but based on like even in the fucking map, you can see coming soon is like another location. And even on the map, you can see where it grows. So this game is definitely going to be a game as a service type game where they drop maybe maps regularly because a lot of this stuff doesn't take that much. It's just level design, and you already have the characters and. You can make a dungeon, and then release it, however, periodically you want. But this is going to be a game I can see growing because the playtime is short, but the replayability is kind of high because when you play on higher difficulties, shit get crazy, and that's when the fun comes out of it for me. Because if it's easy, it's just like okay, I ran through it. But when it's hard and you have to be tactical and stuff like that, and your weapons matter and your combinations. Like that shit's get interesting because like
that's how you play Diablo actually.
Yeah.
You play it over and over again on a harder difficulty.
Yeah, but like
with your ranked up characters and shit.
Like a weapon, like they like certain things stack. That's like cool because like I have a bow and arrow, and then I have an enchantment that says this bow and arrow explodes one shot. It shoots a firework and it's like big damage. And then I got another little crossbow that shot 3 shots.
Oh damn!
So guess what happened? All 3 shots exploded. I said, oh, so it's tacked on. So I got this new one that goes through walls. So I'm just shooting 3 arrows that go through walls, killing all this shit. So now I'm just mowing down.
Shit! What you got in the background?
Cool. Huh?
Who's put down the background?
Oh, I mean, when I get the game, I have to get some game clips or something.
The PS4 Pro makes more sound than the air conditioning.
Hey man, somebody put that on Twitter. I just had to
shit.
Shots fired.
Hey, some article from PlayStation Universe. Damn. So they say, damn, PlayStation Universe.
So obviously, before we finish up on that, they're saying what the PS5 is double the size of a Pro.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
It's what? Say what now?
It's double the size of a Pro. It's double the stack.
Yeah, they probably have to.
Essentially.
So is it nearly the same
like
size? It's going to be similar size to a Series X.
Oh no, it might be more of a lane on the OG Xbox as far as like form factor because I don't see them going tower.
No, the form factor, but the size of it. If you put the Series X at the side.
Well, it's still equal square. Like it's not like longer. It's still the same size both ways. I think the PS4 is going to be thicker, but still a rectangle.
Yeah. We don't know. I guess we will see. Let me read a quote from this article. I have a first model PS4 Pro. Vents are clean. During The Last of Us 2, the fans are louder than my air conditioning unit. They were so loud I had to raise the volume up on my speakers, even when I knocked it down to 1080p mode.
Damn.
Damn, let's get headphones.
Right.
Premium. That's what you pay for.
Yeah. So, well, that's it, y'all. That's all we got. True game, I kind of agree, man. I just put headphones on, but that bitch do be loud. I ain't gonna front. That bitch do be loud, especially on a game that's like really demanding, like God of War or Uncharted 4. That bitch be loud. But you know, it is what it is. All right, yo, we out of here. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, Nick Banks, again for showing up. We got people in the chat: Dreadpool, Iron Mike, True Gamer 90, Savage Manu, True Witty, Corey Coy. I can get you on here, man. Get you on here real soon, brother. Sean Punk Ass, Iron Mike, Rain G4, Craig Simmons. What up, Craig?
Create a crackhead.
The Dark Lord Fusion, Magnetic Storm 25. I appreciate you guys. Mr. Glass, who is a true Xbox gay. Mr. Kima is another true Xbox gay.
No, shout out to the guys who come in week in, week out as well. Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, G4, man, he don't miss a week, man. I appreciate you, guy. Man. So David the Maker, yeah, we talked about the PS5 price potentially being more than the Xbox Series X or the same. So yeah, like listen to the playback, man. But we out of here, y'all. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Shit, damn.